Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Gina's Ijoma. Today I want to show you how I prepare this delicious gorgeous meal. Spaghetti meatball, mackerel fish, mushroom, and cherry tomatoes. We have other vegetable in there, okay? So stay tuned and let's get started, okay? This meal is very delicious. You cannot just miss it. Stay tuned. So here are the ingredients I'm going to use to make this spaghetti, okay? I have spaghetti parboiled already. I'm going to show you how I did it, okay? Here is the mice meat, mushroom, mackerel, Maggi cube, okay? Spring onions, rosemary fresh one, ginger, garlic, onions, habanero pepper, red bell pepper, coriander leaf with celery leaf, okay? I mix them together. Okay, so you can use coriander, you can use celery, you can use any other leaf that you like. Okay, so these are the celery, okay, the cherry tomato in the tin, the little ones. Okay, so here is no bouillon, have thyme, oregano, and salt. I have other spices, but I'll show you later. This is shallot onions, dry one. Okay, so I have boiled water already. Okay, I'm going to add the spaghetti into it. So after adding the spaghetti, I'm going to add oil, olive oil, because during that time we have scarcity of oil. So we are using olive oil, okay? So what you see me added is olive oil. So after that, I'm going to leave it to parboil like 10 minutes, then I'm going to remove it, okay? Then face to another thing. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut all the vegetable spices, the celery, the onions, ginger and garlic. So after cutting the onions, I cut the habanero pepper, okay? Then ginger I cut together, then garlic, okay? I put everything inside. After that, I'm going to cut red bell pepper, okay? So after the red bell pepper, I'm going to blend everything together, okay? Including garlic. So after blending it, I'm going to add it into the pot with the cherry tomatoes and cook it, okay? So you can see I've blended it already, all these spices, vegetable spices with bell pepper. So I'm going to cook it. So let the water dry, because I'm not going to fry it, you know, like when you're frying uh stew tomatoes. That's why I'm cooking it. So here I have my spring onions, so I will chop it. Then these spring tomatoes, I'm going to divide it into two. I'm going to use one to mix the mice meat, and the second one I'm going to add it when the food is ready. So here are the celeries and the coriander leaf, okay? So I chopped already. These are my rosemary, fresh one. So I'm cutting everything together, because after cutting it, I'm going to use it to prepare this delicious meal. So I have my onions. I'm going to chop it. In fact, I'm going to slice it. So I want the round onions. I don't want to, you know, chop it little. I want it to be round. Okay. So the next one is the garlic and ginger, the remaining one. Okay, because I'm going to add it when frying the meatball and mushroom. Okay, so the next one I'm going to cut is the bell pepper, the remaining one. So I'm going to use this one to beautify the food. Okay, so that's why I didn't blend it. So you can see how I'm slicing it. So I'm going to use everything. You will see how I do it. Okay, so here are my mushroom. So I'm cutting it into pieces. Okay, before frying it, because I'm going to fry the mushroom. I'm not going to cook it, I'm going to fry it, right? So after that, I have my mackerel. So for this mackerel, I'm going to remove all the bone. So I don't want to put it this way. I didn't like putting fish in the stew or something. So I'm removing all the bone. You can see how I do it. Okay, just cut the center, cut off the bone. Okay, because we have kids that are going to eat it, so I don't have time to be removing, you know, bone from fish. So it's better I remove it first before adding it, so when you're eating, you'll be eating it freely, you know, without fearing of bone or anything else. Okay, so if you like putting your fish just like that, then it's okay for me. It's okay for you too. So these are the macro. So the next one is the mice meat. Okay, I'm going to add thyme because I've already added the spring onions and the celery leaf with coriander leaf. Okay, after that I will add nutmeg. Okay, if you don't like spices, you can leave it. Okay, so the next one is cayenne pepper. Okay, you can use normal pepper, our African pepper. Okay, so here is the dry garlic. Okay, because we're going to make the meatball, so I'm adding all these things so that the mice meat will have taste. Here is the dry bell pepper. Okay, so it make it to look more reddish. Okay, so here is dry ginger. Okay, so then I added black pepper. If you don't have it, just leave it. I added it because I have it here and I'm using it. Okay, then I added bouillon, salt. Okay, so add to your taste. Here is my Maggi. Okay, I added. So if you don't like spices, just add to your taste. So now I'm going to mix everything together. Mix everything together before making the meat ball. Okay, turn it very well. Turn it very well so that the spicy will mix up very well. So you can see how I'm doing the meatball. Okay, some people use their two hands to roll it together, but I'm just, you know, pressing it with my hand, bringing it out. Okay, so this is how I make the meatball before frying it. Before frying it, okay? So after making the meatball, I'm going to put my pot on the burner so that I can fry it. Okay, that's my pot. So I'm going to add olive oil. You can use any other oil, it's just because there's a scarcity of oil. Okay, so we are now using olive oil. Olive oil is expensive, so I added my mushroom because mushroom is the first thing I'm going to fry. Okay, because I didn't cook it, so I need it to be cooked when frying. Then I added meatball. Okay, you can see the meatball there. So you can make the ball to your type, okay, to the size you want. Some people would like to make it to be big, I just make this one to be small so that the meatball will cook very well. Okay, so after that I'm going to add the dry red pepper, okay, to make the color to come out, to pop out very well. Okay, so you can see that now. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add is the fish, the mackerel fish. So I'm going to, not going to fry it much, but I'm going to fry it, mix it together, okay, before adding another thing. So these are the mackerel, bone free. There's no bone in it. I remove the bone. Okay, so here are my ginger and garlic. Okay, so I added as well. Turn it very well. Nothing is happening to the fish. Okay, so don't be afraid to turn it. Here is the fresh rosemary. Okay, just add all your spices. This is oregano. Okay, I like adding spices. This spices is also a herb. Okay, they are vegetables, they are herbs, so they are good in body. Okay, so that's why I like adding it very well. I added thyme, I added my onions. Then I'm going to add nutmeg as well. Okay, then turn everything together very, very well. Turn it, okay, so that everything will blend. So after that, I'm going to wait a little bit before adding the bell pepper. So you can see the bell pepper that I sliced before. I told you I'm going to use it to beautify it, you know, because I blended red bell pepper before. Okay, so here is my red bell pepper with cherry tomato, the one I cooked. You can see I cooked it already, so that's why I'm adding it now. I'm not going to fry it like frying stew. I just want to make everything to blend together before adding my meat stock. So I have meat stock already in my freezer, okay, because I didn't cook any meat, all that, so I have the stock already, so I added into it. So if you don't have the meat stock, you can get it. Maybe you can cook the mice meat, but there's no need to cook it. Just do everything. Then you can add water. If you don't have the meat stock, add water. So when you added the water, the fish and the meatball will bring out the stock. Okay, so here I added the bouillon. Did you see the bouillon? So I added it into the sauce. Okay, you can see how beautiful it is. So now I added the salt. Okay, oh my god, it's like I should, bring it out like this, start eating it. In fact, put it on top of the spaghetti and start eating it. Yeah, because there's no need putting the spaghetti inside this sauce. It's better, yeah, it's better that I eat it this way. Put it on top of my spaghetti and start eating my meatball, all that. So that's the spaghetti. Oh my god, this food is so delicious. I've not tested it, but the way I'm watching my food going, man, the food is delicious, good. In fact, the food is wow. Okay, so after turning everything together, you can see I added the vegetable, the remaining one, the celery leaf with coriander. Okay, all these things is to make the food to look so good, to look tantalizing. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So just everything will just be half done. The spring onions, the celery, the coriander leaf, you know, everything, makes it to look so beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So here is the spaghetti. You don't need to add too much water. Just because the spaghetti is already done. You just add, turn it, cover it like 5 minutes, then bring it out. Oh my god, who is ready to eat this yummy, yummy food? The food is ready, guys. The food is ready. Who is with me? Come over, come over. Oh my god, come over, come over. This food is calling you guys to come and eat. Come and eat this delicious spaghetti with meatball, mushroom, cherry tomatoes, and mackerel fish. Wow, guys. Anytime I cook this food, my husband always smile. He even asks me, after cooking this food today, I hope you're going to cook it in next day. Or we come back, we will ask you, this food you cook, I hope you're not going to finish it today. I hope you left some for me because he likes it so much. That's why I used to prepare it. So this recipe is good, guys. So you can try it at home. You will see how it tastes. Tastes so gorgeous. Okay, so please, guys, after watching, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, like and share. Subscribe, guys. Click the button subscribe. Subscribe to your girl Gina. Okay, I'm sorry you're not there with me enjoying this food, but I'm going to send yours. Thank you. Bye bye.